Hyvää iltaa ja tervetuloa. Aloitetaan illan sessio lyhyellä haastattelulla. First we're gonna have a short interview with the band Solju. And we're gonna do it in English because we have some international guests here. And also half of the band won't speak their first language because I can't speak any Sami. So Ulla and Hilda, please welcome. So Ulla, you came some 1,100 kilometers from north. So what is the spring in Utsjoki now? What kind it is?
I think it's great weather there. Sun is shining and snow and...
How much snow? Meter and a half.
Yes, I think it's smelling now. But my boy is actually working with the reindeers and he's driving there to the Sida, called Sida. And it means that all our reindeers are collected in the mountain, and we drive with the snowmobile there and feeding reindeers and that kind of things work.
So when our reindeers getting calves, are they giving birth?
Yes, it's coming now in soon. Yes, next month.
Okay. All right, but you come from Angeli, that's a little village up north. So,
yes.
And I think music has been part of your life from there. So, how was music in your everyday life?
Yes, my uncle, mother's brother, used to joik, and I did learn when I was young and child. So Angeli. That area joiks. It was my grandfather's joik and many. And also I learned of history of Angeli village and what kind of people there have been and what kind of life and that kind of
So how big was Angeli village then?
I must see my mother's brother. I think they are 10 together and some other relatives.
Okay, but then joik became your profession lately. So how did that happen?
Yes, I was in the Riutula school, it's 60 kilometers from Angeli.
Did you do that trip every day?
Yes, I was there in internat also. But once teacher did ask me that what are you coming to be when you are big? And I did say that I'm going to be a singer. And she did say that, no, it's not possibilities because it must be very good at that you can sing.
So, but your school, it was in Finnish?
Yes,
days.
in that days was, but we had also Sami some hours. But Hilda have been school in the all holy Sami language. Yes.
So, but even though your teacher told you that you can't be a singer, you became. So how did that happen?
Yes, we didn't have so many hobbies there in Angeli village. So actually we was singing in the school. And so we did go many festivals or some that kind of little happiness in Norwegian, and we did meet Mari Boine, and we made our first Christmas cassette CD. It was not CD in that time. Sorry,
cassette.
Cassette in Karasjok in Norway side, and yes, it was Christmas songs, and I was in ninth class in school.
Okay, so you were 15.
Something that.
Yes. Okay, but Hilda, has music been part of your life from the beginning?
Yeah, it has, because I've been able to follow my mother's career. And I think I was something like 4 or 3 years old when I made a yoik by myself. And I made it to the moon. And I have heard that my little brother in that same age, he made a yoik for a son. So it kind of tells our natures are a bit different.
So what does it take to make a yoik? It's a different thing than a usual songwriting.
I think that because yoik is part of your living surrounding society, and you just you're being raised in it, like living the life. The moon yoik. No. It was something like I was yoiking that moon has the eyes and nose and mouth and.
Okay, but then later you two started to work together. How did that happen? Because there are big dangers, mothers and daughters working together.
Yes, Hilda was quite shy when you was young, so we tried to yoik sometimes, but she was thinking that I'm too critical. Sometimes when she was teenager, but later we begin to yoik together, and yes, maybe you was a little bit like 16 years or something. 14, okay, and yes, and also you have been in my CD when you was 8 years or something. Yeah, so she have been yoiking in a young age, but we begin to make the music together when we was there in UMK. You can tell of that.
Finnish Eurovision Song Contest thing. And yeah.
Yeah, and then already then you had the name Solju. So what does Solju mean?
Solju is this brooch that we wear with the traditional dress, käkti.
Yeah, so what kind of experience was the Eurovision Song Contest?
It was fun, exciting. It was kind of one of the first times for me to be in a big city like Helsinki. Big. Yeah, and it was very nice to see the TV show thing.
So, but about the musical concept of Solju. So how did you start to build that together? Because you already in that Eurovision Song Contest song, you had a lot of elements that we're gonna hear today.
Not that song, but now we are going to hear Sami language songs what we have made together, and yes, we have been it have been very fun to make music together, and quite naturally it have comes quite easily. Yes, not so much fightings.
A little bit, maybe. Yeah, and we have been privileged to get to know Samuli Teho Majomäki, and through him we got to know Samuli Laiho, who was one of the producers of our CD, and then also Rico Mattila, and then Janne Purttan-Puurtinen.
Yes, and we want to thank all you. Thank you very much.
So about the concept of the music, how did all things come together? Because this is quite far from the traditional yoik.
Yes, I don't know. We was thinking very much how we are going to make the music, and I think it was our energies. We was thinking all we musicians together make this kind of energy. And yes, it was fun and very nice work.
Nice, was it? So I heard that you started to talk with Teho about this project already 4 years ago. So how long was it for a long process, or?
I think we have a little bit have been waiting that we get some project monies also, and that kind of things, and we are not living. I'm living so far away, and we have the different projects there between. And I think it was very good because we could we had the time to think what we want, and it was like growing up the musical elements in that time.
So today you are going to perform with Teho and Janne. So what kind of musicians they are?
I think you are going to hear it.
Okay, please welcome Teho Majamäki and Janne Burton Kurtonen. So Teho, as I told, you had a first chats with Ulla about this project 4 years ago. So where did it start from?
Well, I get to know Ulla, I think it was 2004, something like that. I was staying in Tanzania and I was working for Finnish embassy, collecting this kind of cultural cooperation project that we were having some Masai musicians from Tanzania, and first I was asking Vimme actually, but Vimme told me that siemenpesäni poikii, meaning that I don't translate that anyway, it's Vimme style. Then I was asking Ulla, and Ulla came to Tanzania, and I get to know Ulla, and it was actually wonderful to work together there. And we at that time already started to think that one day we will do some music together. I produced one track for your CD later, but then after this UMK, Ulla asked me that if I would like to produce Solju album, and I was checking out that it's kind of like a more pop that I can produce by myself. And then I was asking many actually pop producers, Jori Sjöroos and Jukka Immonen and who else, Jaakko Salovaara, and this kind of pop producers who are really producing the music, not only the sound and all these things. And then I was asking Samuli Laiho, and Samuli told me that yes, and we started to work. This is getting a long story, but I hope you enjoyed it. But then Samuli get fed up with the pop music business. He actually wrote a book about it later then. And somebody actually said that I won't do it. And then we thought that, okay, let's make it so that let's not try to make any kind of music. Let's see that's what happens. And we gathered together and we heard all these songs in Samuli's studio, actually in Samuli's home, so that we only had the vocal track. And then we started to build the music, especially Samuli started to build the music around the vocal track. And that's how this album started to build up.
So the last member of the band, Janne, so how did you become a member of this band?
Well, we had a studio at Nosturi, same place with Samuli Laiho, and he gave me some solo music and asked me if I would like to play something over it, and then here I am. And Teho called me if I would like to try to play live and short story. Have known these wonderful people 2 weeks, so I'm the new guy.
So your previous bands that you're known from has been quite a different style and been playing in quite bigger venues. So how does this differ?
Well, I consider it's something like a stage for musical growth.
Okay, stage for musical growth, that's a good point to end. And after some 10 minutes, they're gonna come back and perform to you, so get your drinks now.